Well, Ann Coulter, of course, the best-selling author and great columnist. You can check out her website, anncoulter.com. A lot of great stuff up there. You can get her latest book, Resistance is Futile. Hey, if you read every book on your shelf, go back and get some of her other books. We always talk about Demonic. It's a great book to read right now. It's about the mobs and psychology of that. And check out the website, anncoulter.com. Make sure you follow her on Twitter, too. Ann Coulter, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. You know, we're calling Governor Newsom Warden Newsom. I'm thinking it's Warden Cuomo. So now the state is just shut down. If I wanted to come back, I couldn't. It's crazy, and he killed more people than any other state.
Now, wait a minute. I think Governor Cuomo's record will stand. He killed 12,000
seniors. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
34,000. And yet the media has the audacity to talk about Texas and Florida with a few thousand dead.
Yeah, isn't that funny? What did Texas and Florida have in common? Republican governors, yeah. Can you imagine if a Republican governor ordered nursing homes to take coronavirus patients and killed 12,000 senior citizens? The coverage you'd be seeing of that.
No, I know. This is why I always tell people, if you're independent, even if you're a Democrat, if all you want is good government and clean office holders, government elected officials who will be held accountable, you have to vote Republican. Republicans will be held accountable for things they don't do. But there's absolutely no check on a Democrat. They can do things like this, and probably half the people listening right now are worshiping Cuomo, dreaming about him at night, thinking about those meatballs his mother used to make, and how adorable he is when he's interviewed by Chris Cuomo. The media they have so much power. I mean, it's stunning looking at the poll numbers for Cuomo. They're actually quite high when he is, without question, the worst government official in dealing with the coronavirus crisis than any other government official.
Now, what about, I think I'm starting to sense de Blasio and all these left-wing nutjobs have realized that they miscalculated this: defund the police, order the police not to do anything, get rid of the anti-crime unit. Crime is out of control in New York. They're all trying to suddenly backtrack. You think they have any chance of fixing this?
I did not know they're starting to backtrack.
Yeah,
their whole position is that liberals can't learn. Perhaps they can.
Didn't you say once even germs learn, they mutate? But
yes, poke an amoeba and it'll move away from you.
Well, I guess that was my question. De Blasio is now saying we've got to fix this, but they only know how to break things. They don't know how to fix anything. Like when they got rid of the anti-crime unit, you don't have to be a police expert to know that sounds like something you'd need, an anti-crime unit.
Yes, and wait till they send the first social worker in. I mean, I hope you're right. I'm not such a partisan that I want things to get worse just to make Democrats look bad. I'd like New Yorkers to stay alive. I'd like it to be a safe place again. And I'm still lobbying heavily for some sort of pro-law and order mayor to run. I really think after this, no matter what de Blasio does at this point, we could definitely get a new Giuliani type in. New Yorkers can't be fooled anymore. They know New York City is capable of being the most wonderful city in the world if we just have safety. And there isn't safety now.
Hey, I notice a lot of leaders now in the community now saying, wait a minute, he's changing the street names, he's painting things on the street, knocking down, and I've heard them start to say, this isn't actually doing anything. This doesn't accomplish any real change.
It's so embarrassing with the murder rate going through the roof, and he's out in front of Trump Tower painting Black Lives Matter on the street. With government employees who are getting paid. I'm not complaining about them. They look like strong men. I felt very sorry for them being forced into this job. But it's not like you're creating a job. They're getting paid. There's lots of stuff for street. I guess it's the transportation department that was doing it, painting this down. You're accomplishing absolutely nothing except shutting down traffic. and irritating people as the crime rate goes through the roof. It's like a Tom Wolfe parody.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if this works, this will be great. How do we fix the education system? Well, paint something on the street in front of the school. This will be great.
Yes, and I also like all of the teachers, not all of the teachers probably want to go back, but the union officials, the teachers' unions, and the layers and layers of supervisors saying, no, it's not safe, trust the science, when, of course, as you and I'm sure your listeners know, no, there's really virtually no risk to children. Most teachers, well, they retire. If they're getting toward retirement age, retire early. Again, they're being paid anyway. If they seriously have comorbidities, okay, maybe they shouldn't show up, or maybe they should show up and wear masks. But of all things that should be shut down, schools are the absolute last thing. But again, teachers are getting paid. And they, as I say, more the educators. That's what I love when people call themselves not teachers but educators. What that means is they're not teachers. They never see a student. They're just part of the layers and layers of useless bureaucrats. Teachers we like, educators, no, those we can do without, but they're being paid anyway. Yeah, this is the way. It's curious to me how all the people most enthusiastic about the lockdowns are the ones who are doing just fine. The very rich, the Wall Street types who can work at home, and oh my gosh, the television hosts. The life couldn't be better. They're taking in millions of dollars a year while creating this panic, totally overblown panic. Yes, coronavirus, very bad. Screw the Chinese. We should cut off all ties and make our own stuff and stop importing all of these asbestos-laden toys from China. Not to mention their viruses from the wet market. People died sooner than they should have. All of that is very bad, but this total lockdown, no. Notice who's pushing it. It's people who are doing fine. In fact, quite a bit better.
Yeah. Hey, we only got a minute left. I want to ask you about this St. Louis couple. Mob breaks through the gates, is on their property, trespassing. The guy stands out there with a gun defending his home. When did you not have a right to defend your own home with a gun? Isn't that what a gun is for?
It's pretty frightening that the police have come and not only are charging that couple, but taken their guns away. Wow, that is really terrifying. I mean, what can I say? Move to a concealed carry state. There are a lot of states that are very, very generous with their gun policies, very generous with the castle doctrine. In Florida, it includes cars. It includes any place on your property. And in fact, Florida was the first state to pass concealed carry laws. And liberals were hysterical, saying, "Oh, people are going to get shot in road rage incidents, and husband will get mad at his wife and shoot." And of course, none of that ever happened. What happened was crime went down.
No, look at de Blasio. Shootings up 600%. And that's fine. Nobody says a word. Shootings all over New York right now. Nobody says a word. But,
I can't take these liberals seriously pretending to care about gun violence when their main policy when a pandemic hits is release the criminals.
Well, new column comes out tonight. Go to AnnCoulter.com. You can follow her on Twitter. Lots of tweeting all day long. Ann Coulter on Twitter. And get her books. Ann Coulter, thanks for being with us.
Good to talk to you, Mark Simone.
All right, take care.